Hello guys, how you all doing? Hope you all had a very successful weekend betting. Feel free to let me know in the comment section down below or over on my Twitter at the tipster boy how much you won and what bets you placed. Today I bring you 10 games across top leagues and cups around the world, starting with Australian A-League. And the first game I'll kick off is the Wanderers and Melbourne City. So as you can see here on your screen, when we dig into the head-to-head stats, you can see here once I click on it that both teams do love a booking. So you can see here there's been 4 yellow cards in the first half, then another one in the second half, and that's been pretty much the pattern for the other games, the other head-to-head games. So for this game we're gonna go with over 1 cards for each team. The odds are really high, and it's a morning kickoff as well. It kicks off at 8 in the morning, so it's a lovely way to start your day for a bit of extra cash. Now the second bet I want to kick off is Reading v Brentford over in the Championship. And if you look at the head-to-head stats for these teams, you can see here that in the last 5 meetings in the Championship, there's been 4 games with over 1.5 goals. And with both teams being in quite good form recently, I feel like that is a pretty safe bet, and the odds once again are quite high for it. As you can see in the history throughout the fixtures, been quite majority of the games have had over 1.5 goals. So I feel like that is a pretty safe bet to go with for this game. Now, the other game I want to go into is the Leicester v Brighton, the Premier League game in the FA Cup. As you can see here from the head-to-head, Leicester have been pretty dominant in the fixtures, winning the majority of their matches with a couple draws. And I feel like for this one, it's not going to be any different as well. If you look at the match summary as well, you can see that Brighton do actually have quite a few first-team players out. So I feel like it's going to be quite nice and easy for Leicester. So for this one, I'm going to go with Leicester to qualify at quite good odds for that. Now, the other game I want to have a look into the FA Cup is the Sheffield United versus Bristol City. As you can see, Bristol City do have quite a few players out through injuries and quite a few questionable. When we look at the head-to-head stats, it doesn't really tell us much. Of course, these games have been from quite a while ago, quite a few years. Obviously, Bristol have won a couple. There's been quite a few goals. And then if you look at the head-to-head, the last 5 matches for the teams, you can see that Sheffield United have improved recently, and they are playing better and have been much better in the FA Cup. Whereas Bristol City, they have lost the last 3 games, and I did actually watch Sheffield United play v Chelsea, and so they did quite well. And I feel like for this one, they'll have just enough to offer to get the win and to qualify. So for this one, I'll go with Sheffield United to qualify. Now, to finish off the FA Cup games, the last game I want to have a look into is the Everton v Tottenham game. From the head-to-head stats, you can see there's been quite a few goals flying in. Obviously, the last 2 games only had 1 goal each, whereas the 3 before that had 2, 4, and 8. I feel like because it's a FA Cup game, I feel like the manager will rest a few of the main players. When we look at Everton home and Tottenham away stats, you can see there's been quite a few goals in all games. And so I feel like at the odds that there is a quite safe bet to go with Everton over 1.5 goals in the game. I feel like the bet should be quite solid, as I always do. I'll show you the odds for the games later on towards the end of the video. But yeah, for this game we'll go with Everton over 1.5 goals. Now the other game I want to have a look into is the French Cup game. We have Dijon and Lille. From the head-to-head stats, you can see Lille have been pretty dominating, winning the last 2, losing 1 here, but then winning the 2 before that as well. And they have been on an incredible run of form. Dijon are horrendous at home, whereas Lille are doing incredibly well away. And I don't see this going any differently apart from Lille to qualify. The other game now I want to have a look into is in Coppa Italia between Atalanta and Napoli. And this game is usually quite feisty in terms of yellow cards. So the last game only had 1 yellow card each, but the game before that had 3 yellow cards for Atalanta and 1 for Napoli. And Atalanta are known for getting quite a few bookings. So for this cup game, we're going to go with Atalanta over 1 cards in the game and Napoli over 0 cards in the game. The odds are pretty high for it, and I feel like it's very good value for the odds that are actually being offered. Now, Braga and Porto is a very interesting game because these sides met just a couple days ago. As you can see here, they literally met 2 days ago, and Braga drew with Porto 2-2, both teams scoring, and I don't see this game going any differently this time as well. I feel like both teams will score. It's a cup game, potential risk few players, but I feel like definitely both teams will get on the score sheet for this game. So yeah, both teams to score for this one. Now with this one, we move on to over to sunny Spain versus for the game versus Barcelona v Sevilla, or Sevilla v Barcelona. As you can see here, Barcelona are having quite a few players out, quite a few first team players out as well. Same with, to be fair, with Sevilla, with Cunha Campos. And from the head-to-head stats, you can see both teams have been playing incredibly well, and these games are usually high in yellow cards, and the referee itself for this game does like a yellow card especially, and so I feel like both teams will be playing really well to try to do their best. The last game didn't have the majority of the yellow cards, but I feel like for this one, because of who the referees as well, I feel like there's going to be quite a few yellow cards going into this game. So yeah, with this one, we're going to go with over 1 card for each team. And now, last but not least, we got the Turkish Cup quarterfinal between Galatasaray and Alanyaspor. From the head-to-head stats, you can see that both teams have loving scoring against each other. The last 3 fixtures had not only over 2.5 goals, but they also had both teams scoring in it. So for this one, you can really choose if you want to go with over 2.5 goals or both teams to score, whatever you feel more comfortable with. But with both teams being in really good form here, as you can see, I don't see this game going any differently than both teams scoring in it. So that's the bet for this game. Now let's move on to the bet slip, and I'll show you how much money you can actually make from it. So as you can see on the bet slip, the first game is the Australian A-League game, which kicks off at 8 in the morning, and I feel like the odds for this is really high. So me personally, I'm going to put a £10 bet on it. Now with the other ones, as I always say, pick out 2, 3 or 4 that you like the look of. Potentially, I really like the look of this one, Sevilla Barcelona. And the little one, I think I'm going to put that in a nice double, and then potentially check a little bit of spade change on the rest of them just to see how it gets on. But these are the bets for the rest of the day. I feel like they are really good value. Even the Braga Porto, the game literally happened 2 days ago, and I feel like a bet that pretty much is guaranteed to come in can make a £6.60 profit of £10 bet, and I feel like that's really good value. But yeah guys, that's me done for the day. Please let me know what bets you're getting on today. Make sure to tweet me down below at Milvy the Tipster Boy on Twitter. I will put a link to it in the description down below. But yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and hit that subscribe button. I will see you later on for another upload. Have a good day. Bye bye.